used to seeing black people as cowboys, then you need to get used to seeing black people doing country western music.
Thank you.
I don't have a problem with her doing country western music. If you can sing, you can sing. But that outfit she had on, it showed half of her vagina.
Oh yeah,
it was that other outfit, but she had a little patch in front.
I didn't like that at all. And if you're trying to make leeway with country singers, don't come out looking like that. What's the matter with you?
I don't know what's going on with Beyonce, but lately you notice everything she wears is
maybe because she getting older. You know,
I think she getting older.
She wears is what?
That's kind of risque and skimpy.
She getting older.
But I'm thinking because she had 3 kids, a lot of times people want to hold on to that youth. I still got it kind of thing.
She's trying to prove a point. Yeah.
She's trying to prove a point.
Yeah. She still got it, no matter how many kids you got.
But I'm saying, if you're trying to be a country singer and you're getting resistance,
right,
don't come out like that. You're trying to impress them, not make them think we don't want a hoochie singing country.
Right.
That's right. A hoochie singing country.
Well, it says Beyonce.
I'm a hoochie singing country. That's a new song, girl. Okay. Hoochie mama singing country.
Hoochie mama singing country.
Well, that's what they think. They just gonna come in and start twerking and everything.
With their cowboy hats.
It says Beyonce continues to break records as she just became the first woman to have topped both the hot country songs and hot R&B hip hop songs since the list became its own genre song. Since October 1958. I guess that's when they started this. Not only is she the first black woman, but she is the first woman overall to lead both charts. So she's breaking history, which is what good old boy John Schneider was scared of. Was that if they gonna come over and take everything,
come peeing on our tree.
She's a dog. She's just like an old dog.
That's just
walking around peeing on trees.
They've been stealing from us for years, years and years, our dances, our songs, everything.
Yep.
And they don't realize too that the audience, their fans that come with them, kind of like the Taylor Swift story. How many fans followed her to now they're all interested in NFL? That's build up the NFL.
That helps the NFL, yeah.
It helps the country singers to build up that music genre so people go, wow, I like him too.
Well, it says,
I like her too.
It says since the release of Texas Hold'em, her song, and 16 Carriages, black women in country music, that's these people you see on these pictures, their numbers are rising. People are starting to buy their music because of that. See? So it says Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages release has boosted Linda Martell, Rihanna Giddens, Tanner Adele, Raina Roberts, and K. Michelle.
K. Michelle has been all the most recent one that
all of their stream genres have gone up.
That's good
because of Beyonce.
That's a good thing.
Wow.
See, it just helps all around.
But I agree with you, Wendy. She needs. I don't like the whole
tone
outfit.
it down with the sexualization.
I wonder how it affects her. She has a little girl. I wonder how that affects her daughter. So what you gonna do when your daughter comes out wearing a G-string? And she says, "Well, Mom,
lose his mind." Yeah, he'll lose his mind.
I mean, that's not to wait for the mother of a girl to dress, in my opinion.
Right. Okay, now.
And she don't have to dress, especially when you're saying she's walking into a whole new genre of music that's already put a spotlight on her. So try to behave, be on your P's and Q's at least. Well, we don't even like the risque, even in her own
that's
music,
what I'm saying.
regular genre music.
I think that's Beyonce being Beyonce.
I know.
Okay, so not all country western people have been negative like John Schneider. We actually have somebody positive who said something. And it's Dolly Parton.
Gosh darn it. If Dolly Parton is saying something, you're going to listen.
Who else would it be? Who else would it be?
I'm going to tell you right now. I was looking on the Shade Room.
I love Dolly Parton.
Black people love Dolly Parton.
She's a cool person. She seems very genuine.
And she's very kind. She comes off as very kind and very loving.
Dolly Parton is invited to the cookout.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And she can bring her potato salad
No,
with raisins.
you're going too far now.
She can bring her potato salad with raisins.
It'll sit on the table.
We will let
nobody.
Maybe somebody taste it and say, "Darling, let me taste that and see how good."
No, we don't need to hurt her feelings. Just let her come and sit down and eat like everybody else. Okay, now
she can bring a couple of her cousins.
She can bring some of her cousins. Now, this is what Dolly Parton said. I'm a big fan of Beyonce and very excited that she's done a country album. So congratulations on your Billboard Hot Country #1 single. Can't wait to hear the full album.
Thank you, Dolly.
That holds a lot of weight. Dolly Parton holds a lot of weight.
It does.
Somebody wrote in the comments, for those of you who don't know who Dolly is, because you know it's some young people.
Yeah.
It says, Dolly, this is a major shout out in country music.
Thank you. And I will always love you.
This is to John Schneider and those people who don't know the history. They'll Google what's the history of country music, and it'll start with Loretta Lynn or something. That's not the history of country music. The history of country music.
Pride?
Yes.
What about Charlie Pride?
Yep.
Thank
well,
you.
I'm looking here on country music timeline. And this is in museums. This is not you Googling, finding out that Hank or Williams or somebody is the beginning of country and country music.
Boys.
This says in the 17th century, European and African immigrants bring with them to North America their folk tales.
Thank you.
Folk songs and instruments.
Favorite instruments.
And music tradition. Indigenous people retain their own folk ways.
Yes.
Now, in the 18th century, the music of the native people in shackled slaves is pushed into the background. The folk ways continue, but in a subdued fashion. White European culture dominates. Opera is played. That's when you start seeing George Washington and them with that hairstyles playing opera music and stuff. Instrumental and vocal music are prevalent in the cities. In the rural areas, many try to stay up to date, but communication with population centers is often slow and non-existent. Only instruments easily transportable are taken west. So they start talking about the Western frontier. Here we go again. We keep talking about the slaves in Texas, the Western frontier.
Think about the old gospel in the churches. Pretty much telling, moaning and groaning. And think about the country accents. It's pretty much country music. It's singing the blues and country.
Yeah, it was folk.
Oh, my horse died. It died on the farm.
They would tell stories, and that would be how they would use instruments, and they would use folklore.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
They would use folklore, and then they would tell stories.
Who could ever forget B.B. King singing about Lucille, his guitar?
Yeah, well, that was the blues, but that all came from country.
I'm just saying blues being the instrument,
changing
it to a guitar with the country accent, and still telling a story.
What I'm saying is that they both have poignant stories.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So by Beyonce going back and doing country music, she's just going back to her roots. That's all.
If she's coming from a different genre music,
I'm
that's the problem with people.
You know, Black people had a lot to do with country music too.
Yeah. So that's all. Everybody's welcome. Nobody
gets mad at Eminem when he does rap.
As long as he sounds good, that's all that matters. Does he sound good? That's all that matters.
Yep. All right. Emerald says, I agree, Wendy. It's too sexualized. She must be talking about Beyonce.
Yeah.
And didn't the Pointer Sisters do the same thing?
They sure did.
They did country?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's their roots.
She's just going back to her roots.
Thank you.
That's all.
But you don't take ownership of a genre of music. Come on now. The guy you said that was from the Dukes of Hazzard.
First of all, music is a universal language.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, so I just want to mention real fast, I'm not going to go on a whole Donald Trump thing,
Oh God.
Now, if you